So it's funny because, I've been really busy since we got back from Florida. A lot of stuff with work has been very, very busy, and in a good way, not in a bad way, but, still busy. And, for the past few months, I've been leading worship here at church, and I've been also playing guitar. And I haven't really been vlogging too much just because of that busy schedule. And today I'm actually playing drums. I don't get to do this much, but I really love playing drums because it's fun to not only change things up, but it's fun to just hit stuff. And, I've been playing guitar for about 14 years and singing, I don't know, for a little while now, but it's something that to play drums is kind of freeing for me. It's something that I really enjoy doing. And I wish I could do it more. I wish I had a kit to even practice on. But when they give me the opportunity at Faith here to play every once in a while, I'll do it. And I'll do it joyfully because I love to play drums. But anyway, that's not even today's topic. Today is Sunday, June 17th. It is Father's Day. So I've done a vlog on my dad before, and I've talked about him and his story briefly, but I wanted to kind of just bring you his story since he has a pretty unique one. A lot of people think because I'm tan and stuff, I am just Spanish, which I am. My mom's from Guatemala, but my dad's actually from Dublin, Ireland. But as I was saying before, I am playing drums today, which I'm super excited about because I just love to hit stuff. It's so fun. And as of late, the focus has actually shifted. Let me explain. So here at Faith Church, I've always served. I've always played either drums or guitar or led, and it's always been from a serving standpoint, which isn't really changing at all, but there's a new structure, if you will. We've always had a worship leader, someone that led worship just about every single weekend, maybe 49 weeks out of the year, and really led not only the team, but the congregation in worship. And we had that structure for a while, and it worked pretty well, but then we decided that maybe it might be better if we have a group of worship leaders. And about maybe a few months ago, maybe 5 or 6 or 7-ish of us came together for a meeting, and we decided to talk about worship leading as a group of worship leaders and kind of create this rotation that we have going on here at our church. This is very helpful in a lot of different ways. A lot of churches are doing this when they get to a certain, size, and we're definitely not a small church. We probably have about 2,500 to maybe almost 3,000 every single Sunday. So it really helps when we can have help and not put a ton of stress on just one person to not only lead worship, but also to put tracks together and put all this stuff together. So I'm very excited to kind of let you guys know and just bring you in on what we're doing here. We're probably going to have about 5, 6, or 7 worship leaders, myself and Jenny included, where we're going to rotate every few weeks, and we're going to be helping each other create set lists and create stories for each worship experience here at Faith. And even better than that, we also have a music director that is now hired here at Faith that's going to create the tracks, that's going to show up at every practice, make sure that we're on par, we're sounding good, we're tight, chords are correct, parts are played right, everything. And I could not be more excited about that because it's going to help people worship better, because the less distractions that you have, the more people can focus on Jesus, which I'm insanely excited about. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to head back inside. I'm going to continue to hit the drums in the name of Jesus. I'm going to smile at as many people as possible. And then we have some Father's Day festivities that we have lined up for a little bit afterwards, which I'm pretty excited about as well. Also, just got this t-shirt, which I'm incredibly excited about. All right, let's get inside. So I'd like to welcome you to Easton, Pennsylvania. As I said this morning, I wanted to, as a tribute to Father's Day, I wanted to just introduce you to my dad. Obviously, I've introduced you to him, I think, in the vlog before, but in the event that I haven't, this is my dad. So I have a series of questions that I think you would enjoy, mainly because not only is he from another country, and that's kind of cool in a sense, but I wanted to also just give you a full story of where he came from, who he is, and then follow up with a couple Father's Day questions. So first off, where can you explain to them where you're from?
I was born and reared in Dublin City, south side of Dublin City, Crumlin to be exact. Working class neighborhood. Father worked in Guinness's 37 years. My mother, she worked as a seamstress in Dublin, and I was the third of 3 children.
So, if you've never been to Ireland, I highly suggest it because it's a great spot. I have family there too, so if you need to stay anywhere, you let us know. Now, What's briefly, because this is obviously a longer story, but what's the story of you coming here to this country, like?
Okay. When I finished university in the early 80s, the employment wasn't that great. So my mother's sister, who had come here in 1959, she was a citizen. She used to come home all the time. And then she said one time, if I would be interested in taking citizenship, she'd sponsor me. So I put in the papers in 1981, and then in 1983, I was accepted, did interviews and stuff in the American Embassy in Dublin, and I was accepted. So I came here at 23 and a half years of age.
23, okay. But that was Auntie Eileen and
Auntie Eileen, my mother's sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should tell them about the shrimp story.
Oh, actually, yeah, it was actually a very difficult journey over, because that's kind of when I found out I was allergic to shellfish in the middle of an airplane that's 35,000 feet up. So that was a tough story.
Yeah,
but
that shrimp in his salad, right? Is that what it is?
They had shrimp, and it's a true story. Very, very, very bad allergic reaction.
Oh my gosh! And they had no Benadryl or any like antihistamine on the plane or anything like that.
Nothing.
You could have died technically.
Not a Benadryl in sight.
Yeah. For their context, what do you currently just do for work?
Largely last 25, 30 years worked in pharmaceutical industry. So right now I work in a pharmaceutical company. It's actually headquartered in Iceland. So they're in the World Cup. And now I'm with them 2 years. But I've worked in the pharmaceutical company, in quality and compliance.
Okay. So very unlike what you know me to be. So how old were you when I was born? I thought that'd find them.
Okay.
I don't even think I've ever even asked you that.
How old was I when you were born?
Right.
I was 32.
Okay. You're 32. Mom was.
Mom was 37.
37. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So 32 years old. Okay. And then I guess just like to yourself, like what is like being a father? Like did that like because obviously so I was an only child. Unlike my mom had a daughter with her previous marriage, and then with my dad here, this was his first only child, right?
Yeah.
That I know about. I'm just kidding. I guess like a question is like, what does being a father like mean to you, or what has it changed over time, or anything like that, or like, I guess just
it changes your life, because obviously you don't put yourself first in anything else really.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's important, because it doesn't just change you. It actually it molds you into a different who you are meant to be. Because obviously you shepherd somebody through life, and everybody at every different age has different needs, whether it's learning how to tie your shoes or learning a bicycle or anything. It doesn't, and still to this point in time, it's still trying to impart some knowledge or stuff basically in life to help out. But it's a very rewarding experience, and then obviously it's even better when you have a good wife to do it with.
Okay. So this is my mom. Hi. She's from Guatemala. I'll do a separate thing on her eventually at some point. So, as I was saying, if you do have a father, I just wanted to say, make sure you say Happy Father's Day to them and spend the day with them. Obviously, though, by the time you're watching this, is going to be like 2 or 3 days afterwards. But I wanted to do this as a tribute to him and just kind of introduce you to him and tell his story. So. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Guess we're good, right?
Yeah. The other thing you had asked me earlier is what age I came here at.
You said that, right?
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Later, skater.